minu nimi on Meelis, aga mind tuntakse Mella nime all. Olen kunstnik ja enda meelest ka IT-mees. Elan Tallinnas koos oma kalli abikaasa Mari ja 6-aastase poja Lukas Nikolasega. Perekond on meil väga ühtehoidev ja hooliv.
Mis on sinu seisund täna ja miks?
Reesuskonflikti tõttu vahetult pärast minu sündi olen füüsiliselt üsnagi võimetu paljusid asju iseseisvalt tegema. Kuid samas saan hakkama üksi kodus olles, kuigi mitte väga pikalt.
Mis tööd sa teed?
Ametinimetuselt olen spetsialist. Töökoht on ühes tunnustatud finantsettevõttes. Kuna mu taust on rohkem seotud arvutitega, on mu ülesanneteks kujundustööd ning muidugi ka igasugu IT-ülesanded.
Sa oled hinnatud spetsialist. Mida pead enda tugevusteks?
Tugevuseks pean õppimisvõimet. Olen selline iseõppija olnud terve oma elu. Isemoodi elukestev autodidakt. See on mind väga palju aidanud elus läbi lüüa. Tugevuseks võib pidada ka tahet oma tööd teha maksimaalselt professionaalselt ning hästi. Mulle meeldib head muusikat kuulata, telerit vaadata.
Aga mida teile meeldib koos perega teha?
Meile meeldib igasugu asju koos teha. Veedame vahel kvaliteetaega ja käime perega kinos, shoppamas, rannas ja ka pühapäeviti kirikus. Lukasele meeldib vahel koos minuga kunsti teha. Tegelikult unustasin ühe pereliikme sootuks. See on meie väga sotsiaalne kasttoon.
Aga kuidas sinu suhe Mariga alguse sai?
Mari leidsin ühest Aasia tutvumisportaalist. Lõpuks ta lendaski Eestisse ning saabus täpselt minu sünnipäeval. Rõõm oli mõlemal ülisuur, kui ta Tallinna lennujaamas mulle kaela langes.
Jutusta natukene teie abiellumisest.
Meie jaoks oli see sündmus unistuse täitumine. Uue elu algus. Ma ei uskunud enne, et see minuga kunagi juhtub teatud põhjustel. Aga elus on nii, et kui midagi väga tahta ja selle nimel pingutada, siis see juhtub. Nii ma kirjutasin pastakas varba vahel alla abielutunnistusele ning kui oli vaja sõrmuseid sõrme panna, siis sain samuti sellega hakkama. Oleks olnud ebaõige, kui keegi teine oleks pruudile sõrmuse sõrme pannud. Ma lihtsalt tulin mõttele riputada Mari sõrmust Tamiili külge ja see omakorda mu varba otsa ning nii see lipsas talle sõrme.
Mari, when you moved here, you basically jumped into the deep cold water.
Well, making this choice was not really hard. I was not really thinking about anything. It just came out naturally. And then when I came here, I wasn't really even planning to stay. But when I came here, I feel comfortable and I like it. So yeah, but with the adjustment of taking care of him 24/7, it was not a big deal to me because I used to work as a caregiver in Japan for almost 3 years. So the caregiving thing was in my system, and it's kind of it came out naturally. So it was not really a big deal because I can give him the basic help. But most of the time, he's just working and doing his stuff.
Mari pole meie läänemaailma tüdrukutega võrreldav, kellel on ainult raha meelel. Tema tuleb kultuurist, kus on pere ja suhted kõige tähtsamad. See mulle meeldibki ning sellepärast see armastus püsibki. Mari on lotovõit.
Well, physically, it's kind of heavy for me. But that was after I gave birth. Because before I gave birth, I really don't feel anything. But after I came into this situation, I said yes to this situation, so I must embrace. Because nobody told me to do it. I did it voluntarily, so yeah.
Why don't you hire a caregiver outside from the family?
Well, we have a caregiver who is my sister actually because he's here. She is working, but she can only do like number of hours because she has also a full-time job. So the thing is like the salary that she is receiving from the government is not enough for her to stay like for the visa thing because it has a requirement for foreign workers.
Mari on ametlikult minu hooldaja ja saab selle eest 100 eurot kuus. Samas ta ei tohiks töötada. Selline on seadus. Nüüd mõtleme, kui mul poleks tööd, poleks mingit sissetulekut ka kunstivallas. Meie pere sissetulek oleks hetkel pension 528,25 pluss sotsiaaltoetus 100 pluss hooldaja palk ja lapsetoetus 80 eurot. See teeb kokku 808 eurot ja 25 senti. Kuidas me sellise rahaga ära elaksime? Või kuidas nii mõnigi Eestimaa pere ära elab? Kurb on juba selle peale mõelda.
The social like allowance, living allowance that they can give me was only like 17 euros. And I was like,
17 or 70?
17. And I was like, oh gosh, what can I buy with that kind of money? And then like, I kind of like insulted in a way, like 17? And then I was like, no. And then they asked Melis if he will register me so I can get this money. I was like, no. 17 is kind of like us. We can earn it. Like, it's nothing. Even though they will say, yeah, it's still money, but no, it's not like.
And it was outside the Tallinn?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was outside Tallinn. That's one of the reasons also why we need to go to Tallinn because Melis checked like also in Tallinn I can have some opportunities for me because there's a lot of people here and a lot of I know also from our country Filipinos also living here.
Milliste tegevuste juures sa abi vajad?
Kõige eluliselt tähtsamad tegevused on söömine ja joomine. Kuna mu käed ei ole kasutatavad, et ise süüa või juua, siis see ongi kõige suurem probleem. Muidugi vajan abi ka riietumisel ja pesemisel. Vajan abi ka näiteks kunstitarvete valmis panemisel.
Mille puhul sa tunned kõige suuremat frustratsiooni, et ise teha ei saa?
Minu jaoks on kõige suurem puue kõnevõime puudumine. Kui ei saa reaalajas teistega vestelda, siis see tekitab suurt frustratsiooni. Samuti on eelmainitud võimetus ise toituda raske. Kõndimist kompenseerib elektriline ratastool ja liigun ruumis näiteks põlvili. Aga elu ei peagi olema lihtne.
Aga kuidas sa toime tuled selle frustratsiooniga, et on neid asju, mida ei saa ise?
Lihtsalt mõtlen midagi naljakat. See ju ei tapa mind.
Aga millised abivahendid ja kohandused sind aitavad?
Ratastoolid ja tahvelarvutid on minu kõige vajalikumad abivahendid. Muidugi ka arvutid, millega ma tööd teen ja raha teenin. Olen otsinud ja leidnud lahendusi näiteks rulookardina liigutamiseks nutiseadme äpi abil. On ka teisi asju, mis mulle hetkel pähe ei tule. Üks põhiline abivahend on minu enda arendatav tekstkõne sünteesi rakendus. See võimaldab mul rääkida kasutades arvutit või tahvelarvutit. Arvutiga kõnelemist olen proovinud juba pikka aega, kuid kaua aega polnud selle jaoks head rakendust. Niisiis olen püüdnud seda lünka enda jaoks täita. Olen koostööd teinud Eesti Keele Instituudiga, kuid viimane versioon areneb juba koostöös tehisintellektiga ja on minu jaoks üsnagi mugav. Saan selle abil kõnelda palju selgemalt ning kasutada paljusid keeli.
What would simplify your life today?
Well, I want to have my own like business so I don't need to go out like to for a job. Because if I have my own business, like I'm handling my own time, and I can take care of Melis and my son at the same time because I can adjust. Because if I will be an employee to a company, I need to follow the rules. But I want to make my own rules because this is one of my passions. Like I started in the Philippines before, but because of the limitations of the material, so I was not really able to pursue it. That's why when I came here, when we used to live in the countryside, I don't have anything to do because there's no mall, no neighbors that you can chit-chat with, so just inside the house. So I was because internet is very accessible, so watching from the internet the things that you can make and cook and bake. So that's where when I started yeah, this is cool, this is really nice, it will make me relax and you can be more creative, and then of course you can eat.
Et kuidas hoida abielusuhe elujõulisena ka siis, kui üks pool vajab ööpäevaringset hooldust?
See on väga raske küsimus. Ehk elu peab võtma läbi huumoriprisma. Minu puhul on see, et olen üsnagi kannatlik ja püüan igas olukorras olla võimalikult rahulik.
You have been married almost 10 years already. How your marriage still can be fully alive? What you do for it to grow?
Because it's not boring. Because he is funny, and then even though I look like this, I can be funny sometimes. And we have our things, we have our, I call it a system here, nobody is serious. I can only be serious if I'm really tired because I'm grumpy, which is, I think it's acceptable as well, because if you are physically and mentally drained, you can be sometimes grumpy.
Milles sa tahaksid oma abikaasat rohkem aidata?
Kui kodus pole meest, kes mutreid keerab, võib see tõesti probleemiks osutuda. Muidugi sooviksin rohkem aidata poja kasvatamisel. On palju asju, milles võiks üks pereisa kasulik olla. Vähemalt on issi võimeline raha teenima ja see on esmatähtis.
What do you love about Meelis? Why are you still married?
Because he doesn't have any problem. Look at him, he's so easy to handle. Just take care of him. He don't say anything. He's always yes. He's always oh. Because I have a lot, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I know people who their husbands don't have any disabilities, but they're living a terrible life. And I can say, well, my husband has disability, and that's the only thing that they said a problem, but for me it's not a problem at all, because for me it's a blessing. Because if he can talk, we will be fighting every day. I'm so glad he cannot talk. I know it's a joke, but because I don't know if it's because a Filipino woman, we're noisy, we're really and then we are strong-willed, and then we like to blah 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 blah. But if he can talk, and he will talk back to me, and it's gonna be a chaos. It will be a big fight. And I prayed for a man who will understand me and will not blah blah blah. Oh, literally God gave me a man who cannot even talk. So it's a blessing, right?
Did you also hesitate about giving birth because of the situation?
I have no regrets at all, because actually it was my decision, and didn't even tell him, discuss with him. I just said hey, I want to have a baby. And he was how? I said, I just want to have a baby. That's why. We did all the medical things, all the checkups and everything. So yeah, it was really I can say 90% my decision to have a baby, because him, he was not even thinking of getting married, how much more having a baby. Time he doesn't have a job yet. He was only doing like the scholarship, and depending on these things only, he doesn't have a job. So I was like, we will survive. We can do it. And then I just push him like, you have to find a job. You have to find a job. If you want to support me, you need to find a stable job so we can have a child. We can feed our child because I cannot work because I'm taking care of it 24/7. So the support that I'm needing from you is to find a stable job so you can feed our child. So that's what I told him. So yeah, and then I'm so thankful that he got a stable job and then we have a child. So yeah, although the process was not easy because we did like I call it a scientific way to have a child because I cannot have a child naturally. So yeah, I was the one who have the problem. It was not him.
Milline on sinu suhe Lukasega või Lukase suhe isaga ja mida sinu erivajadus talle õpetanud on?
Õpetanud, et maailm pole mustvalge. On inimesi ratastoolis, kes vajavad abi. Suhe on ikka nagu isal ja pojal. Kui issi lubab ikka ainult tund iPadiga mängida, siis poiss on sellest ka mõnikord kinni pidanud. No ikka igasugu tehnilised vidinad ja kunst. Vahel lihtsalt möllamine.
How do you cope with that guilt or the feeling?
Before, when he was still little, he did not notice it because he don't know what's going on. But now that he's already 6, almost 7 now, like he can understand already what's going on. And then sometimes he will feel jealous, like, Mommy, you don't spend time with me. Mommy, you are always with Isi. Mommy, this, that. You don't play with me. Because like, oh, the last energy that I have, like I can only sit down. And then if I will play with you, like I will really feel so bored and sleepy. I'm like, as a mother and a caregiver of my husband at the same time, like having a quiet time to sit down and relax is really a privilege for me. That's why every time like he will tell me that I don't play with him, I don't have time for him anymore. So I feel so guilty at the same time, but now that I can talk to him and he can understand things like, Isi needs more of this because Isi is like this, Isi is like that. Well, he tried to understand because he can see also what's going on.
As a mom, what would you say? What kind of relationship Lukas and Isi have?
Well, they're like friends. They have like special, like I'm kind of amazed at the same time because Melis cannot speak, literally cannot talk, literally. But when they will have their moment, father and son moment, they will do things like they can understand each other.
Mis on need elutõed ja põhimõtted, millest sa jõudu saad, et edasi minna?
Elu on elamiseks, mitte virisemiseks. Nii naljakas kui see ka pole. Mulle meeldib näiteks oma vabal ajal programmeerimisega tegeleda. Seega võib öelda, et laen ennast tööga. Aga mulle meeldib soojal ajal mööda linna kolada oma ratastooliga. Vahel sõidan korraga 10-20 kilomeetrit. Olen osalenud Swedbanki kombo maratonil ja saanud ka medali. Muidugi paneb veidi muigama. Kui tavalised jooksjad jooksevad end hingetuks, siis mina vaevan vaid oma paremat jalga suunates ratastooli puldi juhtkangi.
Where do you get hope for every day?
No, just pray. And maybe because of my faith. And by the way, I'm a Christian, so yeah, like I grew up in a Christian household in the Philippines. So like for me, it's like that's the reason why also like everything came out like went so smoothly for me, like naturally.
Kuidas sa julgustad oma saatuse kaaslasi, erivajadusega inimesi, kes tunnevad, et nad on koormaks oma olukorra tõttu.
Ise tuleb tubli olla. Ei tohi ennast ja oma olukorda haletseda, vaid hoopis ennast rohkem armastada ja leida see eelis oma olukorras, mis sind hakkaks elus edasi viima. Enda olukorda peab võtma nii, nagu ta on. Minu elu on täis suuri väljakutseid. Kunst ja arvutid on mind aidanud olla ehk rohkem edukas kui mõnigi minu saatuse kaaslane. Tegelikult on kasuks tulnud sõprade abi. Kunagi aitasid mind sõbrad mu kunstiga minna nii-öelda suurde maailma, liituda ülemaailmse suu ja jalaga maalijate ühinguga. Teisalt aitas mind minu sõber Kaido Kikkas, kes tõi mulle ühe vana kooliarvuti Juku, millega algas mu teekond arvutimaailmas. Ei tohiks mõelda, et oled koormaks. See ei aitaks kuidagi edasi. Peab leidma mingi eelise, mis aitaks just sind sinu olukorras elus läbi lüüa, õnnelik olla.